All right, guys, it's time to talk about bowing. Page 16 and 17, we're going to be switching between bowing and the D string and the A string, okay? Now, keep in mind, I'm using a violin book. Your book may look different, okay? So, if you're a violin or viola bowing, we've talked about this, you hold your instrument correctly, you have a good bow hold, you can go back and review those videos if you need to. And then the key is to not bring the instrument to the bow or not move our waist to get to the instrument. Our instrument stays right here. And we bring the bow and my elbow over. Here's what you often hold your elbow, not your elbow, your shoulder, so you don't move your hips, and so that you actually bring your whole arm over, okay? It's best to start in the middle of the bow. Adults you will often see start up near this bottom of the bow, but you guys do not have enough control over it yet to be starting there. You really should be starting in the middle, okay? Then you can also see if you have a straight line in your elbow to pinky, okay? Imaginary dotted line. We don't want what I call the velociraptor. Looks like the velociraptor from Jurassic World, okay? You need to get that elbow up, okay? Then, if you have a good thumb and your pinky's right, it shouldn't be too hard to just open your elbow and bring it back. Notice, it's really easy to see in the video, that my elbow has not dropped or gone up. It basically stays in one spot the whole way, okay? As soon as we start doing this or this, that's when things get tricky and you start bumping the wrong string. Now, if I want to go from the D to the A string, right now I'm on the D string. If I want to go to the A, all I do is I move this line right here in front of me, this arm, forearm, down. Now I'm on the A string. That's the E. But we don't move the bow to change strings. We move our elbow or arm. It's like gears in a car. We're on the D gear, A gear. I don't move the bow to get to it. Now, you'll notice I went down. We typically start on what's called a down bow. There's a symbol for the down bow. And let me zoom in so you can see it. Woo! Right there. That symbol's the down bow, and that symbol's the up bow. So you notice it's down, up, down, up. It's very easy for violins and violas to know down and up bow, because when you're doing a down bow, it's kind of towards the ground. Down bow. Up bow. Pretty easy. Cellos, not so much. Same thing with the bass players. So let me pull out my cello. My end pin just hit me. Ooh, should be nice if I grabbed my bow. You guys, down bows are pulling away from you, okay? Let's see if I can get the shot. Here we go. Got everything set up. Woo! We have a down bow. Pulls this way. Up bow, your arm is coming towards you. But notice the shape of this wrist. I've got this, not this. This is bad. And this is bad. That doesn't allow you to open your elbow. Okay, so you want it flat in the middle. You've got the right bow hold, my wrist is this way. And I'm just letting the wrist and my elbow open in a straight line. And if you have your thumb correct, you should be able to almost get all the way towards that tip. Then when you bring it back, you're letting the wrist, you can't see it in the shot right now, but the wrist, my wrist is still leading everything. It's very often that you'll see this with beginner cellists. This is bad. It's typically because your thumb is locked. Okay, we want to have that open thumb, curved thumb. We can say that. Okay, so we want to have that pulling motion. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me questions on Remind. Okay. That explains most of this page. Page 16 is all about just bowing open D strings and then bowing open A strings. Then page 17, you notice we switch back and forth. And you notice at the beginning, they give you lots of rest to switch from A to D, okay? Now, when you're a cellist, same thing. When you have to switch from D string to A string, you've got A, and then you just move your elbow and you're now on the A or D. It's not move the bow, you move your elbow, okay? And it changes gears. All right? Sounds good. If you have any questions, shoot me them on Remind. Wash your hands.